Welcome everyone to Jay with Tech Broadcast. What I actually am going to be doing here is going to show you how to swap out your hard drive and actually upgrade to an SSD. This is going to be more of the hardware aspects of things, as that we're actually going to remove the old hard drive, install a new SSD, and then I'll also probably do another video that actually goes through the software process on making a copy of your Windows system image, and then going through and actually taking that system image and then putting it into your actual new SSD. The only thing you actually usually need for most laptops installation processes is a Phillips screwdriver. That's generally all you actually need. I've done this to 5, 6, 7, 8 different laptops, and all of them have been from Toshiba to Lenovo to Dell to Alienware. They're all pretty similar in the process, so this should transfer over pretty easily to most laptops that allow you to change the hard drive in it. Some of the smaller laptops like the MacBook Air and I believe some of the Razer, the smaller, really thin laptops aren't going to allow you to do this. But let's jump in, and what you're actually going to do is just remove all the little screws on the bottom of the laptop. Some of them have more screws than others. Some of them actually just pop off. You have a couple screws here. For example, an Alienware laptop, they had a couple screws underneath the battery that just popped it off. Another thing is that make sure the system's powered off and make sure all the battery, I'll go ahead and take the battery out of the system. Just makes it a lot easier and safer for your actual setup. You do want to ground yourself, so keep that in mind if you have carpet floors. That being said, let's actually go ahead and get this panel off. So what we're actually going to do now is the easy part. There's actually going to be one screw here to remove for the hard drive. What you're going to do is just remove that. And then in theory, there we go, just lifts up exactly like that. So once you lift it up, it actually just kind of pulls apart like that and comes right out. There we go. I would save this little bracket because you may actually need it to install the SSD that we're going to be upgrading into. So what I'm actually going to do is just put that into the brackets. Not all systems actually come with a bracket. You're going to actually know that some of them are actually a lot easier than this, where it's just in and out. And what we're going to do here is just do that and find the screw. Make sure you remember where you put the screws at. That's generally a good thing. And take the screw and screw it back in. And that is it. You can actually tell that it's actually a little bit smaller than the actual standard hard drive. This is a 7mm, or is it? Yeah, this is a 7mm drive. You do need to pay attention to the size. Some of them have 9mm and don't call for 7mm. Most drives now are actually 7mm, so just keep that in mind. Make sure that you have a small enough SSD to actually put in your system. So after that, what we're actually going to do is actually go ahead and put the cover back on, which I'm going to kind of do off camera here because it's not the easiest cover to actually get off. So now we've actually got the back cover back on, and we've actually removed the hard drive and installed the SSD in there. Every system is going to be a little different, but most of them follow the same exact processes here. Remove the back cover, you're going to remove some screws. Some of them have hard drive cages or SSD cages, some of them don't. Just all depends. You probably do need a smaller screwdriver. I do want to keep that in mind. I had a rather large one before, but it depends on what your system calls for. If you have any questions, definitely leave comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I actually am going to do a video on creating a system image of your OS and then actually putting it onto your fresh solid state drive. You can also use a data migration software. I prefer the one that's built into Windows. It's a little bit more, from what I found, a little bit more reliable than some of that. Unless you're using Intel's SSD migration, that is top notch, but it only works with Intel drives. That's it, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, just simple processes on how to do stuff, let me know, and I will see you guys next time.